Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. This is Around Midnight Somewhere, the light edition. I am Joe Carbonetta, joining you this evening on Thursday, June the 25th. Wow, I really had to think about that month for a second there. Anyway, we are live. If you're watching tonight, you can give us a call at area code 951-356-6882. But I am joined tonight by a down-resed Todd Fluker. Todd, your picture just suddenly got really, really small. I don't know what the deal is with that.
That's the internet for you. It's always throwing you a nice curveball right before the show goes live.
Yeah,
I love it.
You looked fantastic right up until we were ready to go on the air, and then all of a sudden, it all just kind of disintegrated.
Oh, man, just real quick, speaking of the date thing, having to think about it. Yeah, last week I wasn't here because I was off gallivanting about, and I had to write down the date somewhere to rent a canoe. Long story. And I wrote down 3. I was like, I don't know what day it is.
3? 3?
March?
Yeah, I was going to say, as in March? You wrote in 3 as in March.
Yeah. I was like, that sounds about right. It's probably about March, right?
Okay. Well.
Yeah, I was way off.
Well, interestingly enough, we are supposed to be live on a channel this evening, and we're not.
What are you doing, Joe?
I don't know what's going on there. You know what? I'm gonna try another little trick here just to see if it makes any difference at all, and it might just kill the show completely. But I sent a second stream down, and I don't think anything's happening because I'm like counting 1, 2, 3. You know, it would be better if I put myself on camera too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And, well, okay, we could go as long as 15 seconds. And by 15 seconds, I really should be seeing some kind of video, and I'm not. So, yeah, there's something wrong there.
So watch us on YouTube, people.
Yeah.
It's all good on YouTube.
Yeah, seriously. Okay, well, anyway, so we're missing Chevelle Devine tonight because, he couldn't be here.
Yeah. I didn't want to say anything, but the day and age that we live in now dictates that I must. You specified this was the light edition without Chevelle?
Yes.
Wow. That's what do they call that? That's troublesome. That's problematic.
Why?
Joe? Light as in color?
Oh,
it's
seriously?
The light edition?
Seriously?
Joe.
Seriously, you're gonna try it and do that? Really? I meant as in lighter weight because he's not here.
I mean, you didn't say that.
And happier because we don't have Angry Man tonight. You know, it's a lighter mood.
Wow. Okay. Whatever, Joe. Way to cover.
Oh, all right. Okay. Well, all right, smart Alec. What exactly do you have to talk about tonight? You know what? I realized something just now. I can't even throw in the phone number because you're down-resed so much. And I'm going to cut to your shot just so that people can see how small you are for some reason. That if I try to throw to the shot that contains both of us and the phone number, you will not be in that shot.
I'll just be non-existent. It looks like, yeah, because I'm on that half of the screen.
Here, wait.
Right?
I'm going to show you right now. This is what you look like. Bam. There you are. There's Tiny Todd. Tiny Todd. Wave hello to everybody, Tiny Todd, so that I can bring in the phone number right there. Nobody can actually see you. You look like some kind of strange video anomaly. There is Tiny Todd on the screen. Yeah, that's just not working, Todd. It's not working at all.
Yeah, and we got CJ to the D chatting on our YouTube chat saying, yeah, light edition, fat shaming, and making the angry black guy and making fun of the angry black guy the first 5 minutes. Good job, Joe.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. So Todd, you said you had a couple of topics you wanted to discuss this evening. What are they?
Oh man, just speaking of this whole coronavirus and everything that we got going on, I imagine, YouTube has got to be one of the winners of this whole situation, right? People are, just starved for entertainment. A lot of people are just stuck in their house, got nothing to do. Might as well turn on YouTube and check out some videos. You imagine?
Okay. Well, I know that's what you would do, is just sit there and check out videos.
I mean,
what's the point here?
That is, in fact, what I have been doing a lot. Oh my God, YouTube's so entertaining. I watch so many streams. I used to be one of those people that was like, oh, why would I watch somebody else stream a video game? I could be playing a video game, but now I can't really be playing a video game all the time. I got wives and kids all dominating the TV.
Oh, like that stops you.
So sometimes I gotta, get my fix watching somebody else stream. So I watch iTemp stream or Zilbrad stream the latest video games. They're out there playing Apex and Sea of Thieves and whatnot. Anyway,
I'm concerned that you have the names of all of these games, like, right there where you can just pull them out. No matter what.
The streamers? Come on, these streamers are superstars. I should actually pull up that story. Speaking of which, there was a competing platform that was attempting to knock the YouTubes and the Twitches off of their throne, called Mixer. And man, did they lose big. They I saw a report earlier in the week talking about how they are shutting down, and the main reason this story was interesting was because
was it really interesting? Was it?
Well, just wait till you hear this.
All right, I'm waiting.
Some of the top streamers, a guy named Ninja and another guy named Shroud. These are some of the top streamers that play. Oh yeah, they used to be on teams. They played competitively. These are really competitive players, and people love to watch them play. Oh my goodness! And the paycheck they were getting, Shroud reportedly got $10 million to switch from Twitch to Mixer exclusively to have an exclusive contract. And now they're shut down, and it was only that was like 8 months ago. So this kid's got $10 million in his pocket. How about that?
I wish it was me. That's all I can say to that is I wish it was me. I blew up your shot, by the way, while you were talking. You bought me enough time that I could fix your shot. But now you know what's going to happen is eventually
it's
going to rebuffer and you're going to blow up to oh my God sized.
But yeah, it's crazy. The kind of money these streamers are making nowadays. I got to get into this streaming situation. Anybody out there? I see we got somebody on the YouTube. I got Deli saying hello. Deli, would you watch me stream a video game? Let me know. DJ?
Would anybody watch it? Yeah, how come if Deli's on the chat, Deli needs to call in. The telephone number is area code 951-356-6882, and we will put you on sort of live because we're actually on YouTube right now. We are, right, Todd? You can see us there. I mean, we're actually streaming. We must be because people are watching. We somehow didn't make it live to the local access station in the Southern California area this evening. I don't know what went wrong there, but that's another story for another time. But yeah, if you call in, we'll actually stick you on there. Hey, Todd, what are you drinking? I'm just kind of curious this evening. I saw you taking a swig right now while you were off camera.
I mean, I was trying to do it off camera. Daddy's got to get his medicine.
Oh, yeah. Well, so that's why I'm asking. So, what is it? What are you partaking in this evening?
It's just a little sangria.
Sangria. I've got. You know what? I don't know if we can actually say this on the air though. Can we actually say that we're Well, yeah. I don't know if we can say that.
We're
Well,
not driving.
there's something
What do
in
you think
here.
we're doing?
There is something in here. Well, yeah, but I don't think it's legal to consume actual alcoholic beverages on television. I'm not sure
We're
about
not
that.
on television. You just said that.
Yes,
We're only on YouTube.
thanks
We
to a
can do
complete technical
almost
goof
whatever
up,
we
we are
want.
actually not on television tonight. You are right about that.
Yeah. I could do everything short of pull my wang out.
Oh,
fine.
let's please don't do that. Okay, let's please don't do that. I have to. Okay, so anyway,
Okay,
so
too
you
much
are
sangria?
you are drinking the sangria this evening. I see.
Man, I was cleaning out, the whole kitchen because while we were, I alluded to it earlier, we were out at a cabin last week because my house was actually getting termite tented. So
Oh,
we had to go through the whole kitchen and, kind of clean everything out, take a little inventory of everything. And man, I used to have my brother, Jeff, who we all are, I'm sure, aware of in some fashion or another. He used to be a bartender, so he fancied himself
not a
super
good one,
cool
by the
with-
way. Just a bartender.
Yeah. And an alcoholic. Let's face it. But
Okay.
he fancied himself a fancy bartender. So I was going through my old liquor cabinet, and there's a bunch of bottles of crap in there that I had no idea what they were. There was like some kind of a creme de menthe.
Creme de mint. Yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about there. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, what is this stuff? And I was texting him, and he was like, oh, it's like a mint liqueur. And I was
Okay.
like, what am I going to do with mint liqueur? And he was like, oh, you can put it in coffee. I was like, what am I drinking in the AM? I don't know what good that's going to do me, but that sounds pretty cool.
All right. Oh, look, I actually have a 2-shot reestablished now. I'm literally trying to rebuild all the shots as we're going along here. So I'm enjoying your story on the creme de menthe because, quite frankly, it's buying me a lot of time to try and fix this. So keep going. Do keep going.
So yeah, just cleaning out. As it turns out, I think this bottle of sangria, it was one of the Costco brand varieties, which, is a pretty decent, brand. Kirkland brand sangria comes in the tall boy bottle.
Hey, don't knock the Kirkland stuff. It's actually pretty darn good.
Yeah, it's pretty good, and I can't knock it. So I'm like, I got a couple bottles of this stuff that I'm just trying to get rid of, just because that super gigantic bottle doesn't fit properly in my little alcohol cubby that I have. With kids in the house, I'm trying to keep it all localized into one spot.
Todd,
But anyway,
you want to see? Wait a minute. I got to stop you for a second. You want to see the miracle of television here? I
yeah,
mean, this
I
will
do.
really blow your mind.
I can't wait.
Check this out. Okay, so here we are together. Now watch this. Now I'm going to be in your living room. I'm going to magically appear in your living room. You ready for this? Here we go. Hi, Todd. How you doing? I'm right here in your living room now. How crazy is that?
Oh, Joe. Oh, man. I got to crack another beer for you.
I just
Right
tell him,
here,
thanks, man.
buddy.
Let me take that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's really good. I mean, that's
Click, click, click.
how about that? I mean, I totally just magically appeared in your living room with the telephone number. I mean, that is some rad stuff right there. All right, Todd, I'm gonna go back to my studio now. I'm gonna transport back out of here. Beat me up, Scotty. All right,
Wait,
there we go.
so
Now,
You kind of alluded to it earlier, but you didn't confirm or deny what you're drinking.
apparently it's some really good stuff. Wait, I'm gonna do this again now. I think I'm gonna try and put myself back in your living room. Hi, Todd. There I am. I'm in your living room, and
You
now
came
I'm
back
gonna
to have a little drink.
now I'm gonna leave again. Watch this. All right, see you later. That was not supposed to work like that, by the way.
Okay. But anyway, long story longer. I was kind of going on about YouTube and whatnot because I was reading an interesting quote unquote story about Roomba and how the Roomba became the pandemic's unlikeliest winner. What do you think?
I can't wait to hear this.
Yeah. I mean, you would think the obvious choices of companies that are doing well in this environment, stuff like people that make hand sanitizer, people who put on Zoom and things like that, networking programs and things like that. They are doing very well in this environment, right?
Right.
But apparently, Roomba is posting some some gains as well, company wide. And you're like, who's spending $1,000 on a vacuum? Seriously.
You? Don't you have one of those? I mean,
yeah.
I don't want to call you out here, but as long
I love them. Love them. Had them for years. Yeah. Anytime my Roomba craps out on me, I immediately get another one. Once you have a Roomba, you can't go back.
Okay. All right. Well,
what am I gonna be vacuuming my own floor?
Yeah, I realize you're just so lazy you can't actually push a vacuum around, but
oh god, it's great.
Oh,
come on, you just like kind of move things out of the way a little bit, make sure your phone charger cable isn't draped through the middle of the living room, set it off, then kick your feet up and play some Apex. You're fine. In a couple of minutes, that thing is cleaned up all the
seriously,
dust.
How efficient is that thing actually? I'm just kind of curious.
It doesn't do a perfect job, but it does very well. It is very low profile, so it gets down underneath most couches. Like I have a couch. I do hate my new couch. It's got like this weird ornate thing that goes down in the middle. So it like can go under it at most points.
That sounds like it's broken. Oh wait, but you mean on the bottom, not where you actually, not on the seating surface,
yeah,
but actually.
I don't know.
What
you call that? Some kind of weird bezeling around the bottom.
It's a scallop or something like that.
Okay. Some kind of thing. So yeah, other than it not really reaching some areas, it's very effective. Especially because I got a little white dog that sheds like a mofo. So I set that thing. I try to set it off once a week at least, and it picks up a lot of the hair. All you got to do is, take the little filter out, shake it out. Sometimes some hairs and whatever. My wife sometimes sews, so threads and things get caught around the little brushes. You got to cut those out, but it does a really good job, I'd say.
Okay.
But yeah, the Roomba, the company, apparently, this is and I mean, I read the article. There's a couple of ideas about why people are buying Roombas now. And I mean, it's just kind of the thing. It's not a flashy item. It's, just kind of a weird little tech item that, I mean, it mentions in here that sometimes it has humorous interactions with your house pets. But other than that, it's not really anything
As
flashy.
In, like, it scares the crap out of them? I mean, is that what they're calling a humorous interaction? Because if that's the case, I might actually buy one of these things. I got a little dog. I'd like to mess with his head a little bit.
I was going to say, if you still had cats and Roombas go together like water and vinegar or something.
Interesting. Okay.
Oil and water?
Oil and vinegar, I think, is what you were... oil and water. Yeah, maybe. I don't know where you were going with that.
I don't know where you were going. Come on, Joe. You're supposed to be right here with me.
You know what, Todd? You're kind of hard to follow sometimes. It must be the sangria talking, because I don't know. It's Anyway, you can also tweet Todd at Todd Fluker if you actually want to talk to him about something off camera, and likewise, you can tweet me at Joe Carbonetta. So we are available through various channels, and you can always reach out to us at Mixified. You can actually call the Mixified line any time of the day, and if we're not there, you can leave a message, and we'll call you back. But Todd, what's the email for Mixified too? By the way, just out of curiosity, because you know those kinds of things.
Oh yeah, I believe it's Mixified@gmail.com.
Excellent. Yeah, so you can send us email and tell us why you think we probably shouldn't be on the air. I mean, besides all of the technical issues that we're constantly dealing with, because just once, I'd like to have a good show, Todd. I would really love to have just one good show.
I mean, apparently we're doing pretty well. Last week, you guys didn't have any audio, at least we're a step above that, right?
We did make an improvement, but we're still going down on a ball of flames.
People can hear us at home, at least.
The only person that looks like a bigger disaster right now than us is President Trump.
Now you gotta play your Trump in the news. Is that what we're going for?
No, I was just gonna go with that because here's the guy whose polling points are falling like a rock. Unfortunately, we don't elect presidents on a popular vote. God, I wish we did. But
totally we did.
I mean, this guy, I don't want to sit on the air and call the president of the United States a moron. I don't, okay? Because I'm a proud American. I'm very proud of this country. I was born and raised here. My family went to war for this country. Because I have relatives that have served in Vietnam, Korea, World War II. I mean, very, very proud heritage. But when the president of the United States gets up there and says, slow down the testing for COVID-19 because the numbers are going up. And then
the numbers are alarming.
Yes. And then when his PR people say, oh, no, he was just joking, and he turns around and goes, no, I wasn't. I was totally serious. It's really hard not to think of him in those terms.
People are trying to cover for him in every way possible, and he just shoots them down. It's crazy.
I mean, I mind blown. Seriously, I don't know where you go with this.
I mean, what are people gonna do? Because seriously, I mean, I can kind of see what he's talking about because the headlines I'm seeing, like alarming spike in coronavirus sparks fear in California. They're saying we've had a record-breaking day of 6,600 more infections reported in one day.
LA County's been running at 2,000 new cases a day for like 3 days in a row. I don't know what the day has been because those numbers haven't been released yet, but the last 3 days were 2,000 new cases a day.
What are we gonna do? People are feeling the fatigue at this point where they're like, if I get it, I get it. I'm going out. I don't care anymore. But this thing is serious. It is no joke. You have to take it seriously.
Oh, yeah. And, the other people that kill me, besides the president, and they must all be Trump supporters, are the ones that are making a big stink about having to wear a face mask.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand this at all. You're not just wearing the face mask to protect yourself. You're wearing the face mask to protect other people. Because even if you aren't sick, you could still be carrying the virus. Yeah. So forget about yourself for 30 seconds maybe, and just put on the stupid piece of cloth. I mean, come on. How hard is this?
Yeah, and that's the crazy thing. People like Trump are just so unwilling to bend in any way. You see all the pictures of him going around the country, going to his rallies, going everywhere. Never have I seen him wear a mask.
Yeah. Yeah.
Has he ever worn a mask?
I keep going like this.
Know.
While he's out there doing the mask, I keep going like this. You get that, right, Todd? You know what I'm talking about.
All the hilarious pictures of him drinking with two hands.
No. Come on. You remember this, don't you?
What?
Don't you remember this?
Oh, we're on the 2-shot. I can't really see your hands.
Oh, okay, hang on here. Let me go to the single shot. I was doing this. Every time he goes out in public, I start doing this.
Yeah.
Now you know what I'm talking about.
We're like out here. I was like, what is he doing? I don't know.
Oh, no. Yeah. I'm hoping you know what I'm talking about now.
Yeah. Was that a South Park thing?
Yes,
was that?
It was. It was a South Park. And it was actually, they were trying to give somebody something else, but in this case, I'm hoping it's the COVID. Instead of, well, yeah, I don't want to come off sounding too much like a jerk here, but.
Yeah, and CJ's on the YouTube chat saying, wash your hands.
That would be good. That would be nice also. People, if they would just wash their hands. There was speaking of social media, because you just mentioned YouTube, there was a post on one of the major social networking sites. I'm not going to do an advertisement here. I'm sure if you go to any of the social networking sites by this point, you'll find it. But somebody posted a picture, and in this picture were several shots that had been sliced together. I'm doing these hand gestures, and I can see myself that nobody can see them. So let me go to the single shot from here. So there are all these shots, and they're sliced together and squished in. Okay, but all of them are pictures of a single slice of bread, and under each one of these slices of a slice of bread is a caption explaining what the bread was touched with. One of them was touched with, like, really rubbed in the dirt or something like that, and then put in a sterile container and allowed to decompose. And then one was touched by something, I can't remember what it was. Another one was touched by somebody who washed their hands really good with soap and water. And the last one was touched with somebody who washed their hands with hand sanitizer. The one rubbed in the dirt literally just looked like a big brown mess. All right, the one that had been touched by something else had a significant amount of mold growth on it. The one that had been touched or by somebody who would clean their hands with hand sanitizer had the beginnings of mold growing, and you could see where the thumbprints were. The one touched by somebody who had actually washed their hands completely with soap and water was pristine. No, nothing had begun to decompose on it yet. So, I mean, seriously, if this isn't a good illustration of why it's so important to wash your hands and sing the happy birthday song while you're doing it, guys, and use some warm water, I don't know what else to do to help you.
Yeah, can I I got the picture here. How do you...
Oh, you found it. Oh, you're going to try sharing the screen? I knew you were going to try it. All right. You might be able to do this. I don't know if that's going to work, but go ahead and give it a shot. Let me know when your screen is shared, and I'll try and take it, and we'll see if it actually goes. Are you sharing it now? I see this strange look on your face. I also see that your video is lagging really bad now. Like you must be cutting down the bandwidth. Something fierce trying this.
Something fierce. How do you... Oh, wait, is it this one? Share screen. Oh, yeah, there it goes.
Nope. I'm not seeing it. So we're just not set up to do it now. We had it set up to go once upon a time, but it's not working now. Oh, you just caused yourself to re-res. You blew up really big now. Oh, you're killing me, Todd. You're killing me. Wow, look at that. You are gigantic sized now. Now I got to try and fix that again. Oh.
Well, let me just turn off the screen share. Stop sharing. Okay, how's that?
No, you're blown up nice and big now. Oh, you just got even bigger. You just got even bigger. Oh man, there's no way to fix this now. Do we have a technical difficulties page? I'm just curious. Is there one we can go to that just shows, something really bad happening? Because I'm having to fix this. Yeah, I'm having to fix this live on the air now. Well, not you, but I mean, I'm sitting here on the air and I'm not paying attention to the camera because I'm trying to make you normal sized again. Wow, seriously, Todd, you got huge. You shouldn't have done that. You totally forced your computer to re-res everything.
Just rethought everything it thought it knew.
Yeah. All right, there we go. Now you're back to normal on at least one shot, but now I have to salvage all the other shots again.
So, have you heard about these Dixie Chicks?
No. What about the Dixie Chicks?
They changed their names to just the Chicks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently.
No,
breaking news.
I hadn't been keeping up on those current events.
Yeah. Current breaking news. The Dixie Chicks changed their name to just the Chicks.
Well, oh, wait. So I guess I should have done this then, right? There we go. Now you can say the headline.
Breaking news. The Dixie Chicks changed their name to the Chicks.
There we go. See, because I had to fix all your shots. I can't be doing the audio and fixing the shots, too.
Yeah, everybody's really bucking against the whole Dixie Confederate flag thing, which, everyone agrees. It's been a long time coming. And, nobody wants to be associated with that kind of thing anymore. So, good on them. They were being proactive. And I just been hearing all these stories all week about everyone who has any kind of improprieties in their past. A lot of people are stepping up and, calling for it to be taken down or, things like that. There was, I'm blanking on her name. What was the chick? The show 30 Rock. They apparently did some things. That show aired, 10 years ago? 5 years ago? 5 to 10 years ago? It was on for a number of seasons. I never watched it, but it's the Alec Baldwin and Tracy Morgan and I'm blanking on the main chick's name, the chick from SNL, the lady from SNL.
You're I don't know. You lost me, and I'm trying to fix all the shots again. So you gotta keep going.
I can't expect you to think and work, but apparently
I'll try not to take that personal. By the way,
apparently they had some problematic things in some of the episodes, so they're having those pulled. And who knows if they're ever going to have that kind of thing are they going to edit those episodes and re-air them, or are they just going to be gone from the rotation? I think The Simpsons did something similar after the whole Finding Neverland thing came out. They nixed the episode with Michael Jackson as a voice.
Oh, really? I didn't realize there was an episode of Michael Jackson.
Oh, yeah, that one, the one about the guy who was in the mental health ward who talked like Michael Jackson. That actually was Michael Jackson's voice.
Huh.
Yeah, that was actually his voice.
Interesting.
I remember hearing all kinds of weird stories about that Simpsons episode. Like, it was Michael Jackson doing the voice when it sounded like Michael Jackson, but when it was actually Michael Jackson doing any kind of singing, he has a guy that's like a Michael Jackson sound-alike that does all his singing in that for him.
Well, in all fairness, it probably was because he was under a recording contract that wouldn't allow his voice to actually be used in song in something else.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah, that just sounds like such a weird bugaboo to have. You got Michael Jackson to be on your show, but he can't sing. Yeah.
Yeah, well.
But anyway, I mean, the Dixie Chicks are doing it. There's a longtime YouTube star, Jenna Marbles. This is a breaking story. Breaking news!
Okay. Oh, wait, all right, hang on. There we go, all right.
Jenna Marbles addresses past problematic videos and announces she will move on from her YouTube channel. So Jenna Marbles is quitting YouTube. She is...
So, wait, hold the phone here. Who exactly is Jenna Marbles?
She is one of the fixtures of YouTube. She's been doing her YouTube channel for, I don't even know how many years. I wonder, I'm sure I can find it somewhere on here if I did my research properly, but I didn't. I just, mostly read the headlines. That's enough for me.
Okay.
But yeah, I mostly knew her from some hilarious videos, but there was one in particular where the Thanks Obama hashtag kind of a thing was huge, and she did a whole compilation of Thanks Obama things. Hey, thanks Obama. I dropped my sandwich. I dropped my toast on the floor and it landed jelly side down. Thanks Obama. Or weird things like that, where he's just, making fun of those people that were blaming Obama for everything.
Okay.
But yeah, she's, I'm sure, she's one of those YouTube millionaires, I would assume, for how long she's been doing it, for her, follower count and view counts that she has. She's probably, one of those kids that's like a mid-20s millionaire.
Again, wish it was me.
That's all I have to say about that.
All we have is this sad show here. And apparently nobody's watching because we're not actually getting any telephone calls. We're live, people. 951-356-6882. Please, somebody call us. Just so that we can feel good about ourselves. Come on, please. Please.
Disneyland. Breaking news.
Oh, God. All right, here we go.
Just keep that at the ready.
Yeah,
Disneyland will replace Smash Mountain with a reimagination of the Princess and the Frog attraction.
What is Smash Mountain, for starters?
Splash Mountain. Sorry, did I say
Splash Mountain? Okay, all right. Well, maybe you said, I don't know. It sounded like Smash. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry, I totally ruined the flow now, but...
Yeah, you remember Splash Mountain and the whole theme, the song of the South?
I haven't been able to afford to go to Disneyland in the last 20 years, so no, I don't really remember it at all. But anyway, go ahead, go with the story. Yeah, if you're listening to Disneyland, I can't afford you, Disneyland.
Well,
I don't got no $1 million in my pocket. I'm not a social media influencer. Nobody cares.
Nobody's watching. We're just shouting into the void.
I know, seriously. You realize that we might actually only be doing this show for you and me?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
This town's getting too rough for me.
Yeah, Joe, I'll tell you all about it. Joe, there's a popular attraction at Disneyland called Splash Mountain.
Uh-huh.
It was based, for some reason, on the ultra-racist Disney movie Song of the South.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Oh.
Yeah. You You remember Song of the South?
I think that was CJ. He was so mad. He's not even here, but he just threw a glass.
Just smashed in his hand. He's like, but man, that's yeah, that was it was a great ride, but it was so puzzling that this ride came out in what? It must have come out in the early 90s, and for some reason it was based on Songs of the South. Oh. And yeah, CJ, Tracy, Deli, everybody's jumping in with the chat to make you feel better, Joe.
Why don't these people call? I mean, seriously, saying, 7 lousy digits.
They're giving you some chat. They're giving you some breadcrumbs. Isn't that enough for
we need a phone call. By the way, we actually finally made it to the channel. If you're in the Pasadena area, you can actually watch us on the cable network all of a sudden, which actually means we're also on. We're available on Roku, so you can watch us, there and on the Amazon Fire Stick. You can watch us on both of those now as well, as long as we've made it to the channel.
But yeah, it was so weird that this ride was based on this super racist. It was, I didn't even know if at that time that movie must have already been disavowed by Disney as being too racist at the time. So why did they go through with this whole thing? But now they're finally going through, and they're gonna take all the references to that out and replace it with which, it makes a lot more sense, Princess and the Frog. It's kind of there's a lot of water activity going on. They go on a riverboat. There's a lot more interesting stuff. So, they're just going to swap all that stuff out. No problem.
Huh.
And there's going to be a lot more faces of inclusivity, being that the star of the movie is the Black Princess.
Well,
that'll be nice.
Speaking of inclusivity and things that just leave you scratching your head, I don't know if you recall, it was now 2 weeks ago, we did the show, and I inquired, or I made the suggestion as programs and movies were suddenly becoming deemed distasteful. Like they were going to pull down Gone with the Wind, among other things, and I said, so, how long before they yanked down Dukes of Hazzard? And the very next day, Amazon said, we're pulling that down. But apparently, I just happened to be, changing channels through the Amazon Fire Stick, by the way, because I wanted to see us on available there, and I noticed that while the Dukes of Hazzard television show is now gone, the movie persists. Go figure.
I mean, the ones with the Jackass guy.
Sure, okay, yeah, because. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Wasn't that,
I never actually watched the movie. I knew they were going to have ruined the television series, so I never watched it.
I was like Sean William Scott and the guy from Jackass. What's that guy? Johnny Knoxville, right? They were the two leads of that movie.
I'm going to say yes.
Wow, yeah, I'm sure it's gonna follow along. It's just on a different contract, People didn't. It wasn't the first thing that jumped to mind when you thought about the General Lee jumping over a ravine or whatever.
Well, like I had said before, I never really thought about it in those terms at all. Possibly should have, but I never did. As I pointed out, I think the show was much more derogatory to white people because half of the people on the show were absolute nimrods, and they were all white people. So, I mean, if you really stop and think about it, it was actually pretty derogatory toward most white people.
Yeah, didn't do white people any favors. There were a lot of rednecks, and they were running moonshine. So, they're not exactly people to look up to.
Well, that's the Dukes of Hazzard. They never actually ran moonshine. They were always just doing whatever it was they were doing, and the cops were just out to get them. I mean,
they were on parole, right, for running moonshine.
Oh, I guess that's true. So yeah, technically, all right. Yeah, all right. Well, yeah, I don't know where else we go with that, but I did find it interesting that was still there.
That's art imitating life for once.
Oh, huh. There was something else that occurred to me the other day, and I realized that this is going to be probably controversial, and I don't know where we go with this, but the movement that we have seen of recent has to do with police. At least it has largely to do with. I don't want to say that it's just this, but the vast majority of it is the treatment of people of color at the hands of authority, and most specifically police departments around the nation. Would you not say that that was a fair statement, Todd?
Sounds fairly accurate, yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, it occurs to me that the police, their anger is simply misdirected. Okay? They should not, nobody should be harassed, incarcerated, beaten down, or killed simply for the color of their skin or their ethnic background. On the other hand, if you think it's all right to get in your car and drive down the freeway at 95 miles an hour because COVID and there weren't so many people on the road, you might be asking for a beatdown.
Wow.
If you're driving down the freeway like it's a slalom of cones weaving in and out of traffic, and then you tailgate this poor single mom and her 3 children in a minivan because you couldn't get your butt out of bed early enough and now you're late, you might be deserving of a beatdown.
Wait, is this a thing? Is this a story?
Have you not seen these people on the freeway? And I'm going to go one step further. Funny that we should talk about the Dukes of Hazzard, because most of the people I see doing this are these people that have these new fancy souped up Dodge Chargers, and most of those guys are young white dudes, and they might be deserving of a beatdown for some of the stuff that I'm seeing.
Yeah, but they're not going to get it, so, it's fine.
That's what I'm saying. I think the policeman's anger is misdirected. They're going after the wrong people.
Yeah, that could be true. Man, this is murky water to step into and have any kind of opinion besides, oh, you're right, Black Lives Matter.
Well, that's true. But I'm just saying, people, I get on the road and I don't drive a small car. And for the first time in my life, I'm actually beginning to double think whether or not I need to be going somewhere, because some of these people are, and I've seen a lot of wrecked cars parked on the sides of streets these days. If you drive anywhere, you see it looks like a demolition derby. If you drive along for any length of time, you're bound to run into 5 or 6 of these cars that got wrecked because somebody was driving like a maniac because they thought they could get away with it. And now the car is totaled. And you wonder if the people inside were injured or how they even survived. And then you start thinking, God, I hope nobody else was involved in this wreck.
Yeah, it's scary. I mean, but come on, people have been doing that since before.
Oh, it's gotten way worse. It's gotten way worse.
Yeah, I mean, especially because, people are getting tired of being wherever they're being, so they're just like, I gotta get out and go do something. And then when they get out, and there's a little bit like when you get on the freeway and it's, there's very few people there. So you're like, oh man, this is my opportunity to really cut loose.
Well, but that's the thing. There aren't very few people anymore. If you've been on the freeway lately, it looks almost like it did pre-COVID days. And this whole thing is right up there with the mask situation. Okay, I get it. You've been trapped at home. You're feeling a little stir crazy. You want to go somewhere. But that doesn't give you the right to put everybody else in jeopardy because you think you want to get there like you're flying on, a jet.
Yeah, it is crazy that some people are. Do you think it's, I don't know, when people drive that fast, I'm not sure if they understand how dangerous that is. I mean, I've heard some people, especially in some of these new cars, like the electric cars especially, about how the acceleration is so crazy with these things that they can get up to 95 miles per hour before you even know it. And the ride is so smooth that you don't even realize that you're going that fast. Like if you're going in any car, pre-1995, when you're going fast. There's a lot of shaking and whirring and humming and and roaring of the engine and whatnot, you know when you're moving along. But in some of these new cars, there is zero sound.
Yeah,
So
but you know what? In all fairness to the guys driving the Teslas, because I've seen those guys out there on the road, and those aren't the ones that are driving like maniacs, believe it. They may have the capability, but I don't see them doing it. I'm telling you, it's a lot of these guys with these souped-up cars. And, like I said, for the first time in my life, I actually feel nervous about getting on the road from time to time.
yeah, it's dangerous out there.
And I want to say, for the record, I don't drive like a grandma either. You know, I'll be cruising along at 75 mile an hour, but when you got somebody come ripping past you at 95 and you see them dicing in and out of traffic, that's a problem. That's a real problem, and it's a serious accident waiting to happen. And 9 out of 10 times, it's not the guy driving nuts that ends up dying. It's that innocent soccer mom with her busload of kids. They're the ones that end up in the hospital or worse. In fact, there was just in the news last evening that this group of, they were termed youths in the media. They don't even know why they were running from the police. As of last evening, they didn't have enough details. They don't know if the car was stolen or if these kids were just acting dumb. The police tried to pull them over. They took off, and a pursuit followed. And at some point, these kids jumped the road. They ran into a bike path, and they killed an innocent 30-year-old woman on a bicycle.
Wow.
Car was on its side, all stoved in. They don't know if anybody else was injured, but the woman on the bike never stood a chance.
Yeah, just got cleaned out.
And
there's nothing they can do about that.
That's what I say. It's the same old story. The people driving like maniacs aren't the ones that end up paying. It's always the innocent people.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So, all right, enough of my soapbox there. That was kind of depressing, but I had to get that off my chest.
We're almost done with the show, Joe. You're trying to bring us down.
All right, geez. Well, lighten it back up, Todd. What have you got that's
breaking news?
Oh, all right, here we go. I was on top of that one.
Michael Keaton in talks to return as Batman.
What? That is great. Wait, that deserves a double one. That is breaking news right there.
The 90s Cape Crusader may be donning the cowl once again.
The real Batman. The real Batman may be coming back.
He's the best Batman, right?
Oh,
he's
by far.
He's got to be top 2 at least. Even, some people like the Christian Bale a little bit better.
No. Christian Bale wasn't bad, but he was not Michael Keaton.
Yeah, Michael Keaton, he was both. He was the perfect Batman and the perfect Bruce Wayne. He was the whole package.
Oh, hey, I think we're actually getting a telephone call. Maybe somebody's going to be telling me how wrong I was. Let's see if we can take this. Good evening. Thank you for calling around midnight. I am Joe, and you got Todd here, too. Who are we talking to tonight?
Your one listener?
Our one listener. All right.
Hey, thanks for finally calling.
Yeah, one listener. What's your name, one listener?
Eugene.
Eugene. Okay.
She always sounds so annoyed.
I know. Why do you sound so
ask
annoyed?
That question.
Seriously.
Okay, whatever.
So
I would have called in sooner, but I was in my car, and there's no way I could call you drive and try listening to the show at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
You hit on a lot of stuff. You forgot about Antebellum. They changed their name to just plain Bellum.
Huh? Really?
Antebellum.
I don't know
Lady
that
Antebellum.
one.
Okay.
Yeah, Lady Antebellum, yeah.
I think they're either Bellum or Lady A, something like that.
Oh.
They changed their name.
There's a joke in there somewhere. I'm just going to leave alone.
Yes, a lady's A.
Yeah.
Eugene's always talking about a lady's A.
Oh, really? Wait. Where have I got? What have I got for that one? I got this one.
You guys are just sad. As far as when you were talking about Splash Mountain or Smash Mountain, as you said, Todd, they're already getting slack because of the storyline of Princess and the Frog with all the voodoo and Dr. what's his name's friends on the other side and all this. They're thinking they put that in there, it's going to scare the hell out of children and blah, 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 blah. So no matter what you do, it's just not going to be right. But
Todd's video.
Song of the South, yeah, I remember Song of the South. Oh my God. The hummingbirds that were actually humming. And you can't find a copy of that now anywhere in the United States. You can find it in Europe, but it won't play over here. So
You
there
find
you
a
are.
PAL version. Yeah, I feel like I've only seen clips of that movie just because it's been banned. It's been whatever you call it in the vault, the Disney vault, for who knows how many
Oh, yeah.
years.
Oh yeah,
I love
it
this,
was
Todd.
pretty.
You're frozen. We
you know.
see you, but you're not moving.
That's fun.
Yeah, he's not.
He's totally
He's
frozen.
petrified. Oh my God. Todd, sweetie, wake up. It's
Todd,
okay.
I don't know what
We're
happened to you
friendly.
there, Todd.
I got stuck talking about Ladies A's.
Yeah. Seriously. Yeah. This is
okay?
terrible, Todd. You're literally frozen.
Yeah.
Nikki jumps in on the YouTube
anybody
chat. She
wanna
says
say it?
Michael Keaton is the best Batman. He is Batman. Christian Bale was not good.
I'm totally with Nikki
No.
on this one. I know that Nikki and I of recent have had our disagreements about things, but Nikki, I'm right there with you on this one. There is only one Batman, and that was Michael Keaton.
Yeah,
Come
that's
on.
how I feel.
Uh,
But, he's
Adam
kind of long
West.
in the tooth.
How come
Well,
Batman doesn't
we're talking
dance
about the
anymore?
movies. We're not
You
talking
have
about the
to
TV
take
show. The
Batman's
TV show
father.
is a different story entirely.
Adam West was pretty great.
Adam, oh my God,
Oh.
Adam West.
Todd, there is nothing I can do to unfreeze you.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you want me to disconnect and reconnect or something?
The problem with that would be that I actually have to disappear off camera to reconnect you. So, yeah, no, that won't work either.
Yeah, we'll just leave it. It's fine. You don't need to see me.
Oh, Todd, what happened?
Yeah, we need to see you. We definitely need to see you. The beard is oh my God!
Oh,
I have
yeah.
a terrible picture. The top of the mic looks like part of your beard. The mic sock.
Yeah, and CJ jumps in to remind you that Adam West was in a Batman movie, Batman the movie.
Yeah. And they said he had to wear 2 athletic supporters. I have no idea why, but yeah, he did. He did. He had to wear 2 on the show and in the movie.
I'm sorry, he was packing
yeah.
like that?
No, I think it was more before Spanx came into into vogue. So no, he yeah, well, yeah.
You're just gonna leave it on that shot of
there's nothing
me.
you can say about Adam
staring.
West. I mean, the man just died recently, rest in peace and everything. But geez,
Ah, there we
I mean,
go.
he lampooned himself on the Simpsons, and that was pretty. Well, there you are.
You're killing me, Todd. Now, we have no 2-shot anymore because if I put us both in the same frame, you're not there anymore. You're frozen still in that shot. So all I can do is give you a single. And,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you're right, Eugene. Back to the
you-
Simpsons talk.
Okay,
Adam
now
West
you're
was
frozen.
great. Another great,
Holy crap.
great Simpsons guest.
What?
Yeah.
What? I'm sorry. What?
Eugene was
First time
bringing up
doing the
at
show,
the
guys?
time Adam West was on The Simpsons. It was great.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay. Well, this has been a real joy. Well, while we're on the subject, or actually I'm bouncing back and forth between subjects. What is your opinion on the changing of Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben as far as spokespeople for syrup and rice?
Well, I have often wondered how come the Aunt Jemima character persisted as long as she did. I know because I've been around long enough to see several of the transformations over the years. I'm still amazed that they didn't get rid of that character earlier because it's not difficult to figure out where this comes from. So yeah, I'm glad to see it. I think it was a long time coming. I'm glad to see that it's finally been done.
Before you get a little crazy, though, I just saw it on Facebook and I was stunned to see it. It's based on an actual person. I believe her name is Nancy Green. Nancy something. And I kid you not, the picture they have of her and the picture that's on the box are identical.
Really?
And yes. And I'm like, okay. Now, I don't know where they got Uncle Ben from, but the only Uncle Ben I knew was in Spider-Man. But I know Nancy, Mrs. Butterworth, Aunt Jemima was based on a real person, and they have a still photo of her.
But
and,
this
my
real
God,
person,
they
what
copied
was
it beautifully.
what was her? What was she? I mean, how many years ago? Because this goes back. The character goes back to the time.
I'm sorry to say I didn't read the article because I was really running too fast, but she was holding a stack of pancakes, and I do believe that she was a cook. Or
but I guess what I'm
don't know.
getting at is, was she on a plantation?
But,
I mean, was it during that era when slavery was still practiced?
It looks like it. I really should have looked at the article closely, but I was scanning for 1,000 different things. So there's a million things that are coming up now. Everybody's jumping on the PC wagon, and the thing's overturning.
Well, I gotta say, Lou Jean, what's your feeling on them finally retiring the character?
I'm kind of ambivalent about it because, first off, I can't stand pancake syrup.
What?
If I put honey on my pancake...
Are you kidding me?
No. I cannot stand pancake syrup. I will put honey on my pancakes. I will put jam on my pancakes. But pancake syrup, no.
Huh.
No,
I'm sorry, you'll put what on your pancake?
Honey.
No, you said jessam? What was the second thing?
Grape jam. Yes, grape jam.
Grape jam.
Oh, jam.
Jam, yeah.
Jam, not jelly. No,
I'm reading on the Aunt Jemima Wikipedia page. It says the brand mix, or the Aunt Jemima pancake mix, debuted in 1889. And by 1915, it had become the most recognizable brand in the U.S. history. Interesting.
Yep. But it was based on a real person. And I'm like, oh, crap. Bet she didn't get royalties at first, and neither did her family. So, whatever. But trademarks and things like that, it's kind of getting to the point where it's getting just a little bit nitpicky to me. I mean, granted, now when you were talking about Song of the South and the ride and everything, it was pretty racist because they didn't tell the whole story on the ride because they probably couldn't. But Tar Baby, do you remember that part of it?
Yeah, that's probably one of the main reasons that movie has never been seen by anyone.
And they made a little figurine out of tar. And
wasn't that story also in Brer Rabbit? Yeah, there was the Brer Rabbit kind of
Brer Rabbit
and Brer
was
Bear.
speaking to him, and he didn't speak. So he didn't speak. The little figurine didn't speak. So he got mad, and started punching it and hitting it and all kinds of stuff, and he got all stuck. And that's when Brer Rabbit and Brer Fox came out, and they were going to kill him, and he tricked them into throwing him in the briar patch. And and they figured that would kill him, and it didn't because I was born and bred in the briar patch, and he got the tar off of him, and he got away. But I mean, the whole thing is like, again, you're a kid and you don't care as long as it puts you to sleep. But as you get older, you realize. But to me, The Princess and the Frog isn't too far above that at this particular point. Because it's got to be voodoo. I mean, you get a black princess before she gets
there was a little voodoo, and I'd say it's more scary for kids than, I don't know. Do you really feel like just because they use voodoo that it's problematic?
I hate to interrupt this, guys. Maybe we can carry this conversation off the air, but it's time for us to get on out of here tonight. I am Joe Carbonetta. This has been another exciting edition of Around Midnight. We're out of time. I'm so sorry to say.
Bye, Lugene.
Thanks for calling, Lugene. Actually, maybe no, don't, Lugene, don't hang up. Don't hang up. Don't hang up. We'll come back to you in a minute. All right. Hopefully she doesn't hang up. We got to get out of here.